Hey guys, so in today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. You see this roll of paints. I am reviewing Moriah Elizabeth's new paint set. If you want to check out her channel, I will link it in the iCards. This paint set is super cute. It comes with 9 different paint colors, some dotting tools, and some paintbrushes, and all of them are pastel rainbow. All the paints have names on them and characters, and then it comes in this little like rainbow roll with the Moriah Elizabeth logo on it. And I think this is like a really cute paint set. So I'm going to be painting on a canvas. I'm just going to test it out today, see how good it is and everything. But I think that's going to be awesome because most of her products are actually like really nice quality and everything. So we're just going to be testing it out today. Let's get started. So I have a canvas and I'm going to be painting a pastel rainbow like blended background with all the colors since they are all pastel. And then I think I'm going to draw like a cupcake on it. And I think that's going to be what I paint since, I mean, that's like something Moriah Elizabeth would paint, and this video is reviewing her products, so I'm going to do something like that. And I'm just using like this wide canvas, and it had a painting on it of my cat, but it didn't really work super well, so I'm just going to paint over it because I don't really like how it turned out. So I'm going to paint on top of that design. So now I have to pour out the paints. I opened every single one of them, and I think I changed my mind about what I'm going to paint. I think I'm going to paint a cinnamon roll with a rainbow background now, because I feel like it would use up more of the like chocolate colors and everything. So this one is pink, and it's inspired by her character Strawberry, which is like a strawberry bear. So I got that one. Orange is Orange Fishy, and they have the characters on the paint bottles, which I think is actually really cute. This is acrylic paint, so you can't paint squishies with this. You can only paint like stuff that you wouldn't be stretching or stuff that's not like flexible like a squishy would be. So it's good for this canvas. I think that I love the pickle color. Pickle color and the Derp and Bumblebear are my favorites, I think. I'm excited to see the milk chocolate color because I'm not very good at making chocolate colors. So now I have a pre-bottle and I hope it's like really good looking. Yep, the Derp color is really cute. Yep, that's like a really pretty color, that purple. And then she made dessert colors, which is really helpful because I do paint desserts a lot. She made waffle cone, which has a cat on it. Oh no, there's a little bit of green mixed in that one. That sucks. I think it's because I opened them with like the dirty scissors because the seals were really hard to open. I don't know why, but it's time for the milk chocolate. Yep, that looks like chocolate. That's a really good paint color. On camera, the waffle cone looks like exactly like Orange Fishy, but in real life, it is a little bit darker and it looks more edible. I know the camera doesn't pick that up very well. And then that's vanilla cake, which I think is really cute. So that is all the paint colors. And now we get to use the paint brushes and then dotting tools for details. I didn't have a dotting tool and I really needed one. So it's a good thing that I have these now. And they're pastel rainbow, which is super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and take the biggest paintbrush. I don't need this extra paper plate. And I'm just going to paint on the canvas. Okay, so this paint has pretty good coverage. It mostly covers up the yellow, but it doesn't really cover the black lines, which is normal, especially for pastel colors. But it's pretty good coverage. So I'm still on the first coat, but the colors are actually blending like really well, like one stroke of the brush, and they actually blend pretty nice. I just have to build them up with the second coat so that you don't see what's in the background because I don't want that. I'm painting over it. So this is pickle green, that I'm painting on right now, and then I get to do the dirt blue, and the paintbrushes are actually really nice. They're pretty good quality, and I love the little like rainbow gradient on the handle. I absolutely love these colors, they're so pretty. I think I made the strokes of color too thin, like way too thin. So I'm gonna have to make them thicker so that it covers the entire canvas. You know what? Actually, no, I think I'm just gonna do stripes, and I'm gonna start the rainbow over again instead of making them thicker, because that'd be easier to do. Then I'll just continue the rainbow instead of like making it thicker. I think that it would be easier. And I'm not sure how much paint is in these tubes because it doesn't look like a lot, but I'm not really sure. I'll just find out once I've used all of them when it's empty. I hope they last for a while because they look like small tubes, but then there's actually, I feel like, more product in them than you would think. But it's good quality product, so that's a good thing. Also, the colors on my paper towel are actually pretty kind of and they're not like super thin and runny paints. They're actually like a little bit thicker than a normal paint. I buy the cheaper paints and then I just add cornstarch to mine, but this one didn't need any cornstarch since it was already like a thicker, good quality paint. And the yellow is a lot lighter than I thought. A lot of paints, for some reason, the yellow is really light and pastel. I mean, I know this is a pastel paint set, but it's like really light. But I think that's a good thing because it's still a really cute color. I need to get some more yellow. And the paint does apply pretty well. It's gonna need a couple coats though to build it up to make sure you don't see the background. But that's, most paints actually do take like 2 or 3 coats. It's pretty normal. So now I just have to wait for it to dry and then I can do the second coat. Alright, so this side is pretty much dry. This side's still wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this side, and as I do it, I think that the other side will dry. So I'm gonna do the second coat on here. Yes, the color is building up better. You can just barely see that black line. So I think that this paint's gonna need maybe like 3 coats of it. So we'll see how much paint is in that bottle. And if it takes that much, then we'll know that there's about 3 coats in that bottle. But I think there's more than that because, like I said, it's pretty good coverage paint. You don't need a ton of it for like one rainbow gradient. And I'm going with orange. And like I said, these colors are really easy to blend together, which I really enjoy because I do a lot of blending when I'm painting because it's good for like shading and everything. It's a little bit harder on the second coat, but that's okay because as long as I can blend them, that's a good thing. See, it's not that hard to blend, just a little bit more difficult, but paint isn't like super easy to blend anyway. The yellow is probably the hardest to make opaque because it looks like just a ton of white and then one tiny dot of yellow. And I understand, like, I know it's really pastel and it is a super pretty color. It's just the hardest one to build up in the rainbow of these. My light just turned off. There we go.
do a review.
So blending green and yellow together is normally probably the two hardest to blend, but with this paint it's actually really easy and it doesn't look like weird. It blends pretty easily with those two colors. I'm running out of blue. I need more blue. And I love the packaging on these because they have the characters, they have the name, and then it says acrylic, so you know, like, if you grab it, it's not like fabric paint or something. Alright, so I finished the second coat. I think that those are enough coats to do the background. I just have to wait for it to dry, and then I can actually do the cinnamon roll, which I'm going to paint in the center on a plate. I think I might do it on a plate. I don't have any white paint right now, so I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do that. I would have to use a different color, which I'm not really sure which color I would use. But I think all I'm going to use is everything from the Moriah Elizabeth paint set. So I have to use the brushes, the dotting tools. I really want to use the dotting tools. I've never used the dotting tool, and I'm really excited to. I didn't think that the dots on here would be so small, but it works, I guess. But once that dries, we can do it. Like I said, it has good coverage, so we didn't even have to do 3 coats. We only had to do 2, which is a good thing because the least amount of paint I can use, the better. If I had to pick one of these colors in the paint set to be my favorite, I think I would say the Bumble Bear one because it's such a pretty purple. This is it. I only got to use it once on this rainbow gradient though because I ran out of space at the end with the blue. But that's definitely my favorite. I really like that color. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost a pinkish purple. It's really pretty. It's like a nice lavender purple. This is almost dry. It's just a little bit wet still. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for it to dry fully. But I'm really excited to test out the dessert colors because, like I said, it's not that easy to make like a dessert color that looks super edible and like delicious. So if I have them prepackaged like this, I think that'll help a lot and save time for mixing paint. So I'm excited to try those. So since this is Moriah Elizabeth paint set, I wanted to show you guys some things I painted a while back before I knew about this. I actually have this box full of sequins and I actually painted it like the character Georgie. If I can show you, where's that? Here it is. I actually painted that a couple months ago. I thought it was really cute and I wanted to show you guys. I also have some clay painted sculptures that I did. I just want to show you guys these because this is her paint set that she released. But this is Shelly and Eustace made out of air dry clay. But they turned out pretty cute and I just wanted to show you guys these. I don't know if Shelly and Eustace got their own colors in this paint set. I'll have to look. Wait a minute. Is Milk Chocolate Shelly? It kind of looks like her, but I'm not really sure because it's like a chocolate color. Because she has that same annoyed face, so it could be, not really sure. It is almost done drying right here. This is where I'm going to paint this in mineral, so this part has to be dry. It was paint on my fingers though, so that's not completely dry, but it's pretty close to being dry. Like, you know, it feels kind of dry. So I think it's almost done. Alright, so I think that the area I'm going to be painting is dry enough, but we're going to find out. I think it is. I'm not really sure though. So I'm gonna grab my new paint brushes that I have from this kit. And here's this one, which I think will be good. It's like a pointy brush kind of. And it has this plastic thing, I'm assuming to keep the pointiness of the brush hairs, bristles, or whatever. So I'm gonna take vanilla cake color. And I'm just gonna start painting it on. Oh wow, these bristles were like hard at first. Oh wow, this is a really transparent paint color. And I'm kind of gonna like layer the waffle cone color with the vanilla cake because this, well, actually I'm not really sure, this is actually a pretty good cinnamon roll color. I'm gonna be using the milk chocolate for like the cinnamon roll filling. And I didn't think about it, but I don't have white, so I might use the Georgie color for the frosting since it's so light. I think that might be a good like frosting color, like the icing on top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the little cinnamon roll. It's hard to see. There we go. That's better. I've never painted a cinnamon roll. I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard because of like the swirl and everything in it. So I'm not really sure. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit difficult to draw or to paint. But this chocolate color is actually a good cinnamon color, I think. Like, you could really do anything with this brown color. It looks very edible, like the chocolate. So I think that's good. The cinnamon roll isn't looking that good so far, but that's okay because it's just the first coat. And really, I think the second coat is going to be the one where I do all the touch-ups and stuff with like the dotting tools and everything. I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat on this. So for the icing on this, I think I'm going to use the Georgie color, which is tinted yellow, but it's mostly white. It's really pastel, so I think that'd be good for the icing on the cinnamon roll. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat on the cinnamon roll that I'm painting right now. So I'm using the vanilla cake color on the actual like cinnamon roll part, and then for the filling in the cinnamon roll, I'm using the milk chocolate color. So I just finished the third coat on the cinnamon roll. I'm going to let it dry and then I can do the icing with the dotting tool. So now I'm going to paint the icing on the cinnamon roll with my dotting tools. So this dotting tool, I think that cinnamon roll is like half dry, but I really want to try using a dotting tool, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Oh wow, this is really cool. I like dotting tools. The only thing is that when you're using a paintbrush, you don't get streaks. You kind of have to be careful with dotting tools not to like rub it on the canvas too much, or you'll get the lines where the paint isn't covering. Alright, and so with that, that is the end of today's video. I'm finished with this painting. I painted the cinnamon roll, and then I did a blended rainbow background, and I used every color in the Moriah Elizabeth paint set. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would recommend buying this if you need like new paints and you want acrylic, because it is a pretty good quality paint. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!